AHCWA acknowledges the country on which this podcast is recorded. We acknowledge the Whadjuk Noongar people as the traditional custodians of this land. We wish to pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. But yes, I guess welcome back to another episode.
Mob Pod?
Mob Pod? Yeah, I forgot the name for a second. Katiska, we're not alone.
No, we're not. We're not. Today our guest is Samuel Stubbs. Sam, do you want to introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, no worries. Name's Samuel Stubbs. I'm a proud Aboriginal man from Wongatha country at Kalgoorlie Ways, the goldfields. I work here at AHCWA as a tackling Indigenous smoking officer.
Awesome.
How long have you been here for?
I've been at AHCWA 2.5 years now, so yeah, going good.
I'm sorry, wait, 2.5 years?
Yeah.
So did you only have the job for like a couple months when I came?
Pretty much, yeah.
I remember when that was advertised, because I was going to go for it. I didn't go for it.
But yeah, and how are you finding the role?
It's good. A little bit difficult at the moment with COVID and that, but once we can get back out and run some programs and, you know, hold stalls and see the community, will be a bit better. But yeah, for now, just finding things to do in office and ways we can look at online or things like that. So, yeah.
I think that's like for all of us.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? So can I ask, like, when you go and do the programs, like, who are you running them with? Like,
so when we go do sessions, like, we go out to mostly high school groups.
oh yeah,
I'll say school groups because like probably nearly 60-40, like high school, primary school.
yeah,
Go in, do like 4 to 6 week blocks for like an hour a week or something.
yeah.
And then that's mostly what we've been targeting just before, you know, pre-COVID into WA.
And what's the, like, how do young people
Take it.
Yeah. Are they...
they're pretty good with it, I guess. Like, you get, you know, a young mob there and there might be a couple smokers or they know of in their class, you know, and they make jokes.
Like, oh, you need to go over there.
Yeah, make jokes for them. But no, mostly, like, they all take it pretty good, and we run activities and games, so make it fun and enjoyable and help them learn some things about smoking and how bad it is for your health.
Yeah, you just have the best stall. Like, I love playing with all the little things that they have
all the
they're set up.
Yeah,
we've got pretty good giveaways. We're pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Massive amounts of merch from
So if you want some merch, come see me.
Sam, exactly. His number will be in the description.
So what'd you do before you were here?
But before AHCWA, I was working on the Gold Coast.
Okay.
As a Aboriginal liaison youth worker kind of thing in a high school. So yeah, that was pretty deadly. Spend most of lunch breaks like playing basketball and
Kicking the footy.
Kicking the footy.
Chopping kids up. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a pretty cool job. And then I did a little bit of work with Deadly Choices back in the day, who they have a TIS program as well in Queensland. So that's how I sort of had the link to TIS over here. Yeah. So TIS, tackling Indigenous smoking. So.
Yeah, we keep saying TIS, but yeah, that's what it means.
Oh, nice. So you've been like working with mob, like. Yeah.
So I used to. So I've been here 2.5 years, and then I was 3 years before that with mob, pretty much. So I was like, probably 5, nearly 6 years. With young mob, Aboriginal mob.
So sorry, with so you said you were in Queensland, and then did you just get the job over here and then come over here, or were you already like around here?
So I was in Queensland. I was planning to move over for footy. So I was like, I need a job before I move there.
Yep.
That's good.
So I was looking around and did the interview online via Teams, I think it was. Oh no, it wasn't Teams. It was like Zoom? Zoom. That's the one. On Zoom.
Showing our age, Skype.
I did it on Zoom, and Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Worked out.
Yeah.
Now here I am.
So you mentioned footy. Can I ask, what do you do outside of work then?
Yeah, so I play footy in the waffle for Perth Demons.
So you've
What's footy? No. Sorry, yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, I've never played footy.
Watch it much or?
I watch it a little bit.
Yeah.
I used to watch it when my sister played. But yeah, other than that, man, it goes all over my head. So like when you're talking about it and people, I'm like,
Yeah.
what happened? Or like, or you're heading up the footy tipping.
Yeah.
And try to get me on. I was like, man, I don't know anything.
No idea.
Yeah.
Well, we'll teach you.
Yeah. Get him into footy tip later.
But yeah, so AFL footy, that's like in the waffle, Perth Demons. That's most of my spare time's taken up. We train like 3-4 times a week. And then we do extra stuff on your own outside of that. And so, yeah, it's pretty full on.
Sorry, that's like gym work and
Yeah. So,
stamina training, I
yeah,
remember.
gym, cardio and all that. And then skills and recovery as well. And it's like another full-time job almost.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's good. We set like most training days, you're at the club for 4 hours after work. So it's like 12, 16 hours a week. And then once you get into games, it takes up all your Saturday and then your recovery Sunday morning. And so not too many free weekends.
And then like work Monday. And
Yeah, back to it, start again.
Your winter's footy season must go quick then.
Last year it dragged out because we lost quite a bit,
Oh no.
which sucked. But
But that was last year?
yeah, this year will be different. We'll win a few more games this year, and hopefully our team can stay injury free.
And you kind of work in a team here as well, for your role.
Yeah, we got there's 3 of us, and then we've got someone new starting on Monday, so there'll be 4 of us. Used to be 6, but we lost a couple along the way. And yeah, so it's a team of 4. We've got like our coordinator. Then we have a digital gaming producer. So we have like VR headsets and games and some TIS apps and things like that. And then there's myself, project officer, and then the new person starting Monday. So I won't be so lonely anymore.
Yeah.
Won't have the desk to yourself.
Yeah.
I know, I
Someone to
do
talk to.
like, because I'm peaked right at, I see Sam sitting on his own.
Yeah.
It's not that bad actually.
Nah, it's not too bad, but
Before
yeah.
sure it is.
holding down the fort.
So when you go and like you're engaging with community, what does that look like? Like you mentioned,
So like our stalls and things,
Yeah,
you
you
mean? So like,
mentioned
so NAIDOC days.
Yeah.
If like the city of wherever, so say City of Stirling or something, have some event on, and we might be invited down and just like a stall holder and set up our little store with all our giveaways and get mob walking past and try interact with them and have a yarn and keep it pretty chill, laid back. We're not like there trying to say you better quit smoking now.
Yes.
Yeah, like, we understand like it's pretty hard and it's very addictive. So like, we would prefer just come up and have a yarn and like we're not there trying to tell you off or nothing.
Yeah.
We're just there trying to have a good yarn and relate, and if we can help teach you a couple of things along the way, or let them know that we're trying to help them quit eventually, like our help is there, and we can assist them. So just leaving like that planting the little seed there. That seed probably already is there because most smokers probably already want to quit, but they just never get around to it or try numerous times. And
I feel like that's like the thing. Like a lot of people tend to, you do it a couple of times before you're like, okay, now I'm done.
Yep.
Give it a good break.
Yeah.
But so that sort of stuff, and just linking in with different events on really, and setting up stalls. And
Do you mind if I ask, so through your work within the community, your work before you work now, what have, I guess, been some inspirations growing up? Like, what inspired you to kind of take this role and take this, I guess, path in life?
Probably like growing up, just seeing a lot of family smoking, a lot of a lot of Aboriginal people tend to smoke. I think the smoking rate's about 40% of Aboriginal adults are smokers, daily smokers. Used to be in the that's come down in the last 10 years. Before that was about 50%. So it's a high number of Aboriginal adult smokers. So that's probably why, like, growing up, you see everyone smoking, uncles, aunties, and that. And I couldn't stand the smell of it as a kid.
Yeah.
So that's probably why, like, I've always sort of wanted Aboriginal people's health to get better, and for our mob to look after our health and live longer lives, because our life expectancy isn't as big as like the normal average person.
Yeah, it's true.
And there's a lot of things that relate to that, and then like smoking's one of those things.
Yeah, smoking doesn't help.
Nah. So like growing up, I wanted to play footy, so I knew you couldn't smoke. So healthy lifestyle was something I like, or wanted to encourage and help other mob to do. So that's sort of why I've come down this pathway, I guess.
Yeah.
Can I ask, like, moving forward, like, what are some of your goals like?
Goals. Probably, I'm in here at the moment at AHCWA. Probably a next sort of goal, I'd like to get into some sort of management role and progress and learn, gain some more experiences in that sense.
Yeah.
And then outside, what team would you want to play for?
What team?
We just had this show.
Who your team?
What footy team?
Brisbane Lions.
I don't know, West Coast Eagles. So.
I don't know, anyone really. Any AFL team give you opportunity, I'll play for them. Yeah. So I'm not gonna turn it down. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're working hard already. I follow you on like Instagram and all that. It's like posting 5 a.m. in the gym, and I'm like, just waking up, I'm like, nah, this bloke. And then like your TikToks, they blew up.
Yeah, do you
right?
just want to like give yourself a little plug? Where can people find you? If they don't know.
I think most people have already found him.
TikTok account s.stubbs23. I don't know. That just sort of blew up, Like,
yeah, can we talk about that?
That really did blow up.
Was that what you wanted to happen with it, or were you just like, oh, this is fun? This is like what I do in my, when I'm bored.
I don't know. Like, it happened like probably 18 months ago. My brother blew up first, and like he has about 77,000 followers, and I was like, oh yeah, and then I sort of like let it. I was like, that's his sort of thing. I won't get too much into it. And then he's like, oh, why don't you post a video? Like, I posted a couple here and there, and a couple sort of went off, but not too big. And then little nephew, he blew up quite a bit as well, Kide. And then I was like, well, I'll post a little bit. So then I had like about 10,000 followers, and then just the last 4 months probably. Yeah. I was like, bored, so I was like, post a couple more and see what happens, and then bang.
Bang.
Yeah. It was definitely the shaker leg.
Yeah. The shake leg, found my thing.
Found your thing, yeah.
And when you like go places, do you ever see people be like, is that?
No, just some
do
idiot.
they recognize you?
It happens. People recognize. Pretty funny, but like I was at Belmont Pools a couple of weeks ago doing recovery, and like I saw this group of like high school kids, and they sort of looking at me like, and I was like, oh, I think they're noticing me or something. Then they got their mum to come over and ask if I could do a TikTok with them, and I was like, oh, okay.
You did?
Hey,
Like,
look
go
at
on then. Come on. I was like, I'll do one with you. So we did a TikTok on their account, and pretty funny, but Yeah, nah, that's pretty funny. But yeah, any mob out there want to do a TikTok, come up. Don't
Come
be
up.
shame. Don't be shame.
But yeah, recently you guys teamed up
Yes.
for a TikTok.
I have
saw.
no idea what I'm doing. So I was like, Sam, please. I literally just like threw my phone at him and I was like, here, make a TikTok.
And yeah, that's your first TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, first.
Work
First
TikTok,
one.
eh? First one.
I tried to make some the other day and I was like, oh, I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, so anytime you get ideas, please.
I guess like Sam said, man, just might as well post a couple.
Yeah, have a crack. Well, my brother always says, he's like, one video can change your life. Like this is work, but like outside of it, you never know. Like, you know, since my like blowing up a bit, like so many companies and stuff like message you and like want to send you free stuff and all this and that. Like, so it's pretty crazy. Yeah. So any mob out there thinking about TikTok, give it a crack.
So there you go, give it a crack.
Never know what could happen. What's the worst? Like, who cares what anyone thinks?
Yeah. Because I feel like, I mean, I don't really like get on it, but like there seems to be like a lot of more like black followers getting a bigger platform
involved. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I reckon. Like, yeah, it's good to see mob like getting like being recognised as influencers or things like that. You know, because previously before that, you probably wouldn't find too many Aboriginal sort of influencers, you'd call it. Yeah. So yeah, it's good to see more out there sharing culture and you know, just being a face.
Yeah.
That's honestly very true. Because I kind of grew up, and I think I was at that right time for YouTube when it just came out, like 2005 or something like that. Yeah. And yeah, just seeing that blow up, but again, not really any Indigenous mob on it. Yeah. I'm sure there is, but I think TikTok is just its own little beast. Yeah. And I've seen so many, like, not just Aboriginal people, but like Native Americans and all the other cultures just explode.
Yeah, it's deadly to see culture, like, you know, Indigenous cultures from around the world being shared on that platform and educating other people on it and just sharing some cool things about each culture. So it's deadly. Yeah,
and it's so good to see like mob's more like creative side.
Yeah.
Because I feel like growing up, you know, what we were talking about before, like it's always sports.
Yeah.
And like, you know,
we all love sports. We all
love sports, but like, you know, when you get to be able to like express yourself in other ways, like that's such like it's so great to see.
Yeah.
More mob doing that.
Yeah.
And like mob supporting mob, which is good.
Yeah.
Or even not, because non-Indigenous mob, because I think everyone loves all the videos. I was, you know, your comments. Obviously, you get the odd bunch,
Older.
But then I saw, you know, you name and shame them and put them up there.
Yeah, you get your racist comments and that, but I don't care about that. Like, who cares?
They very much get drowned out, I reckon.
Yeah. And then so there's like lots of mob supporting mob, but then also non-mob supporting. Yeah. Which is good. It's good to see. Especially, you know, where Australia and the world's sort of heading with racism, trying to stamp it out and get better at being like better educated on racism. So it's good. You're still going to get racist stuff, but more people supporting and understanding is going to be better. Yeah, absolutely.
How do you, when you get that like on your TikTok, how do you deal with that?
Racism?
Yeah.
Sometimes it can get you fired up, but like
not
sometimes, most times.
Every damn time.
But like, because it's happened so often, I sort of like they're getting angry at me by what I'm doing
because you're celebrating.
Because I'm celebrating my culture. So like, it makes me just like keep celebrating. So like I've replied to a couple of comments and just like, you know,
I'm gonna do it louder.
Yeah, just do it again. It's like I'm black and proud. So your comment, like they're looking for me to bite back at them or say something,
or get angry.
Yeah. So they're trying to upset me, and if I, you know, respond in a good manner, like dancing and just be like, oh, well, I don't care, it doesn't affect me. I'm just gonna keep dancing and shaking leg, and smile back. So,
Katiska, how do you deal with any racism?
I can't deal. I'm the like worse. Like I'm like I like shut down, and I'm like, this person's like ruined my day now, and it's so like that's really annoying because it's like I wish I was just like, you know, like to be able to do that. Still learning.
I think when it happens in person, like it's easier probably to bite back, like lash out at them or something. Like I know on the footy field, if the odd occasion when stuff happens, like I just want to, it makes you want to deck them or something, you know? But it hasn't happened on the footy field to myself that often, which is a good thing. Especially now with around like all the
education,
and like all the education around football, and like, you know, people can get suspended and stuff. So like it doesn't happen so much anymore. Probably more would be like maybe from a crowd member or as the online. But like if it's online, like who cares? There's so many mob who go out and make fake accounts and just write something, and like it's like, who are you? You get a little fake account writing something.
We've spoken before, and you've done, I guess, like dancing and through Shake a Leg. And how was that like? I guess learning culture, is that a big part?
Like how myself learning culture. Like growing up with dancing.
Growing up, like you, because I remember we spoke a bit on that camp. It's like you grew up with culture and all that and dancing.
Well, like we used to have our own dance group, family dance group, called Muggle Dancers. Muggle in our language means witchetty grub. With Muggle dancers, and we danced around like all of Calgary, Goldfields. Occasionally come to Perth. We went to Singapore one year. That was pretty cool. They had like a big Indigenous festival for like lots of all the Indigenous tribes from like around the world. There was like, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 countries there, and like just like a 10-day festival where like you'd go around all different parts of Singapore and like perform and stuff like that, which is cool. That's where I first got to like experience McDonald's delivery. As a 10-year-old, I was like, what the heck?
What is this?
Australia doesn't have this.
So that was like around 10.
Around 10 when I was 10. And then like we got to dance in Parliament House, which was pretty cool, in Canberra. So we did like a big road trip in a little bus all the way over there, Canberra dance, and then went to the snow at the same time. So
the snow's lovely.
And when we went to Singapore, we went to see Adrian Ross. You know Adrian Ross, like famous Aboriginal didgeridoo artist.
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's pretty good on the didge.
He's pretty good.
So he like makes his own music tracks and all that stuff. So he was there with us, and which was pretty cool. And then like one of his songs, he wanted us to dance to it. So while we were over there, we, you know, choreographed a dance for it, and it was a shake a leg dance. It was pretty good. But yeah, so dancing sort of just grew up with it, and we got our dance group got a lot of different dances, which is pretty deadly. But
it's always good to have them all.
And then on TikTok, I sort of just most dances I shake a leg. I'll do a little difference here and there, but like
I mean, it's classic. Good old shake a leg.
Don't have to do too much, as in like. Or people always like saying, "Oh, you don't even know any other dancers and all this," and I'm like,
"This is the most interesting one."
I was like, "I'm just happy to share, you know, these couple. I don't have to go through in depth and share like everything,
and you don't have to prove that either."
It's like, they can assume what they want to assume, and I'll just do what I do. So.
Did you ever, go into like schools and that, and teach your culture and teach dancing and that?
Not so much teach dancing, But when we used to perform at a lot of schools, and then we had a station out of Kalgoorlie, Maripol Station. A lot of like groups and stuff will come out and we'll perform out there as well. And they'd like stay out and camp and things like that, and we'd do tours and stuff. And we'd dance. Most times we'd dance for them on one evening or something, and then like at the end of that, we do one dance where like we try to get them involved. Like you can join us and just join in and dance with us and learn something. So when we did at the schools, we'd do that as well. But we're not so much going into schools and teaching dance. When I
just sharing your culture, I guess.
When I used to work in the school space, we did make a school dance group. And so we just combined some of the local dancers from that area, and then taught some of our dances to them kids as well. And like, so we were just like all a bit of a mixed, a lot of different Aboriginal tribes coming together and just performing, and we'd run NAIDOC days and stuff. And Dad would fly over from WA to Queensland and bring kangaroo tails and we'd cook them in the ground. So like that was a pretty cool thing, especially for like East Coast mob to experience that. You know, red Marlborough kangaroo coming from Kalgoorlie all the way to the Gold Coast and being cooked in the schoolyard.
It's quite a trek. But red kangaroo is the best.
That's the best one. The best one there is.
I've tried grey. Nah, I'm sorry. Like,
can't
grey.
get around.
Nah, can't get around grey.
Yeah, red, big red, lovely ones.
Big red, lovely ones. But yeah, no, I just wanted to just like touch on that because I think like thinking about it now, it's through your culture you've always kind of been a teacher or learner. Yeah, that's true. And then leading up to where you are now, your role. I guess like even through footy. I'm sure little kids will look up to you and be like, hey, I want to be like Sam Stubbs right there. That's certainly one of certainly something I also aspire to, like, you know, with the health and smoking and stuff like that. And if I can change and be different from like what a lot of people see Aboriginal people as, like just drink, smoke and all that, happy to, you know, be a positive role model for like younger kids and be like, oh, we don't have to drink and smoke either. We can, you know, change the model, change the look of Aboriginal people. Yeah. That's going to take quite a few generations, but we'll get there.
Yeah. Enough young people doing it
as
long as they can to, you know, inspire the next mob.
That's kind of the final message I wanted to just say is and then thank you for coming on.
Yes.
And
thanks for having me. Deadly yarns.
You're gonna all your TikTok followers hopefully.
Yes. Sync on over to AHCWA Mob Pod. That's why we got Sam on. Nah. No, we love Sam. He's but yeah, thanks again, man.
Yes, thanks for coming today.
No worries. Thanks for having me. And we'll make some more TikToks soon.
Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to blow up.
Awesome. And to our listeners and viewers, we'll see you next week.
Catches.